Yes, people, I'm back again with another video. Yes, I'm a little bit late because a nigga gotta work, but Manchester United are finally seeing what has been happening. The fans for the past few months now, the fans have really turned their back on how the players are playing and how the manager is functioning, and Erik Ten Hag has been sacked as of today. The state Manchester United social media page released a statement talking about Erik Ten Hag has been officially relieved from his duties effective today, and has won 2 trophies and blah, yada. Let's get into it, okay? Erik Ten Hag, before he came to Manchester United, a little recap here. As somebody who is watching Manchester United from a distance, I live in Europe, and I watch Erik Ten Hag, play some great football, at Ajax. And the way, I was actually, the way he played, I was like, wow, okay, played at Champions League, was absolutely cooking. Fast forward a couple of months, he's appointed the manager of at Manchester United. I'm like, ooh, okay, this is gonna be good. What did he do? He brought in his players he trusted to play the style of play that he always wanted, and continue the tradition of winning. And he brought some players, and obviously the old regime of Ed Woodward and the rest, spending crazy Manchester United money, spending recklessly, and not taking into considerations what wages these players are on. And hence, Erik Ten Hag said, I wanted Anthony. Guess what? They delayed with the transfer, took it to the deadline. He cost us a fortune. Guess what? Man United still went ahead and paid the money. Nobody questioned Erik Ten Hag and said, I know you want this player, but he is very expensive. He would have dealt with it. He would have dealt with the players he had. But no, they went ahead and paid the money, and he hangs on Erik Ten Hag. That is his player. That's what they said. Okay, he brought in Lisandro Martinez, but brought in a couple of players, right? And still had the same players the old manager left him with. Okay. Why I said I'm happy he's gone is because, lately he has been, how can I say, not even lately, he has been so far the 3 years he has played in he has managed Manchester United. Overall, if you look at the overall picture, it hasn't been good. But if you look at single moments, it has been great. When he got to Manchester United the first season, we were on top of the world, which is a manager bounce. Right? We were on top of the world. A manager bounce can last either a season or half a season or like few months, and it dies down, aka Spurs, right? So his first season, he came in absolutely, first 3 games was not going very well. He changed it, and somehow we were playing teams, were winning. Defense was solid with Raphael Varane. And talking about Raphael Varane, he liked a post today that said Erik Ten Hag has been sacked officially, and he liked the post. And I'm going to speak to that situation later on, right? Now, Erik Ten Hag was absolutely cooking his first season. Got us a Carabao Cup, and we were in 2 finals. And the first final was FA Cup, which we lose against Manchester City, with them winning a treble, right? And the second final was the Carabao Cup, which we won and took us to 3rd in the Premier League. And we were definitely in the Champions League. Now, Fast forward the second season, it was so horrible that we were the last group in the Premier League, in the Champions League, and we were eighth. And the eighth was we were actually struggling to breathe air. The players were out of form. The manager was not helping himself with some of the decisions he made, and also injuries were a big problem, which I understood. Fast forward to the third season, Ineos came in and looked for other managers were not suitable. And the reason why they hesitated to sack him was the fact that Sir Jim looked at his pocket. I was like, no, we have to cut corners here. We have to get rid of players with bigger wages, get rid of players who are not really functioning in the system, get rid of some of the idiots, staff, backroom, get rid of some of the doctors, get rid of the cooks, get rid of so many people that were not really that important to Ineos, and also cut down the face of Manchester United, which was Sir Alex Ferguson. Cut down his wages and removed him from his post, right? And was cutting down all of this, changed the backroom staff. They're talking about rebuilding the stadium, talking about all of this thing, right? Gave Erik Ten Hag a chance to prove himself again. And so far, overall, I'm talking about overall, he did not produce what Ineos and the fans have been looking for. We thought this season we were absolutely going to cook with the new players, crop of players that was offered to Erik Ten Hag, and the ones he definitely wanted. Right now, I mean, all of us, looking at the games, want Erik Ten Hag sacked. But one thing you cannot do is lie on top of the fact that yes, you want him gone, but don't lie. Okay, Man United fans with bigger accounts, one thing you guys forget to understand is you sway people's opinion, especially especially you guys living in UK, Manchester, in London in general, right, where you are closer to the Premier League. You sway people's opinion because you live closer to the Premier League and you know what you're talking about. But when you go on top of it and lie, that becomes a bigger problem as a Manchester United fan. It becomes toxic, right? People are coming out and saying, these are his players. He's supposed to galvanize them. Do you obviously think Erik Ten Hag brought in these players he has previously worked with before and was successful with them? Do you obviously think he would definitely bring them to Manchester United to come and fail? This is what I just don't understand, and that is where I go crazy asking myself, when you make a statement, yes, he bought the players, and so what? He did not anticipate the players who let him down this way. Hence, he's getting sacked. He did not anticipate Dalot missing a glaring open goal with no keeper in it and still missed it. He did not anticipate Rashford having a bad form, instead going to Belfast, enjoying himself and missing training. He did not anticipate Sancho doing the madness and not playing for Manchester United. He did not anticipate Anthony having court cases out of Manchester United. He did not anticipate Greenwood having all of this craziness. He did not anticipate definitely Cristiano Ronaldo going crazy. Almost bigger than the club. That is where I'm looking at it. I'm like, if you want to make statements, say it correctly. Name the things that we can clearly see with Ten Hag and never argue with it. Like the fact that some of his decision makings and some of his style of play in some games have been the problem. Say things like that. people will understand. But when you go ahead and lie, it becomes a problem, and it becomes very difficult for somebody like me to take you seriously. And even though it's your opinion, but your opinion, it can be butchered. Your opinion can be chopped down when you voice it out in the air. It's no more your opinion. You say it's your opinion, but you voice it out to the universe. It's no more your opinion. So that statement too, I just don't understand. When you go ahead and lie about the manager, sometimes I'm just like, no, it's not acceptable. But say the right things that makes you feel the way you feel, right? And yes, rightfully so. I don't know what Ineos were waiting for, but I explained to you guys why he was not gonna get sacked. I don't know if I did, but let me repeat it again. Why Ineos took this time? They gave him time, right? And he did not produce. While Ineos took their time to sack him now was because they were cutting all of these corners, right? And actually try to cut the corners, try to rebuild, try to make sure that they save money, right? Hence, they did not want to sack Erik Ten Hag, because all the other managers were refusing to attach their names to Manchester United. The managers we went to did not accept the propositions Ineos were giving them. They did not accept the deals. Some of them don't want to even attach themselves to Manchester United, which is correct, right? And the few managers left were not capable enough. You cannot just name any type of manager, because Manchester United is a different breathe when it comes to the fans, the pressure, the media, everything on your head. If you cannot cope in a different league or in a different club, you will definitely not cope at Manchester United. Hence, all these managers are getting sacked. So they Ineos cut corners and did not want to pay him 17 million or I don't know, 20 million, that range. They did not want to pay him 17 million according to what I read, but still they are forced to do it now because he's still having his contract. I don't know, I think he was still having some, they wanted to give him the season basically. An extension of a year, definitely they have to pay all of his money, but they are forced to do it now because they cut all those corners. Had it been, they did not, sack most, players with bigger wages and all of those stuff, they wouldn't have come to this conclusion. Money is tight. Manchester United are losing on business deals because they are not in the Champions League, because they are not really doing very well. So why will any company attach themselves to Manchester United failing every single time? Which makes sense. So yeah, I'm going to talk about the players now. The players will do this to another manager. I will say this right now. If you're watching this video, I don't know, I'm not the first person to say it, but I have always been saying it. If you look at my previous videos, these players are they are culpable, right? I'm not even at the fact that Ruud van Nistelrooy is shamelessly taking this after he's saying, oh, let's get to work. I saw that on Twitter. Let's get to work. Big man, you were there. You were there, and the excuse most of these fans they give is, what is he supposed to do? He's not the manager. What is he supposed to do? No, they brought you in there to actually, definitely, they knew Erik Ten Hag was gonna get sacked one day, and you were gonna replace him. But at the same time, you were the legend who knows how to score goals. So how is the front line not scoring? How is the front line not scoring this year? And you are telling me we shouldn't blame him? I will. We still have to look for a good manager though, because I'm not accepting this. These fans will turn on Ruud van Nistelrooy when these players will refuse to play. They would do this to another manager. They are out of form. They cannot even string a pass together. A simple pass, they cannot do it together. Let alone keep a style of play. And they do it when they want to. They will play first half, second half, they don't even bother. And then try to play towards the end. This is what happens every single game. And guess what? Every Ten Hag is sacked. And we will see the same thing with another manager. Yes, we are going to have our manager bounce and save this season. That is why I said I'm happy this decision was taken today, because I need to save my season. I need to save my season, right? I'm happy this decision was taken. But what I'm not happy with is the fact that is the way every Ten Hag is getting sacked, you know, due to many obstacles and things that has happened. Every Ten Hag won 2 trophies where we're not even seeing trophies. He won them back to back. He won 2 trophies back to back with these shit players. We were shit last season. And he still won us a trophy. An FA Cup to speak with that. You know, Arsenal, they are struggling for their lives. They are not seeing any trophies. Yet, a style of play. Oh no. Ahmad can keep the ball. Sakced can keep the ball. Yes, they should continue keeping the ball. What are they doing with it? They should continue keeping it. Flip-flop fans, and it's crazy. And you come out and say, oh no, we are not allowed to change our opinion. Obviously, when you make crazy statements, fans are supposed to hold you to what you said. Is the bozo things you said, the foolishness you say. Obviously, fans are going to hold you accountable for the nonsense you say, because you have a big platform. And that goes back to what I said previously. When you have a big platform, mindful on what you say. Don't just say, oh, it's my opinion. No, it's not your opinion once you voice it out to the universe. It's no more your opinion. It's open for interpretation. Your opinion is keeping it in-house, keeping it to yourself. Having the thoughts to yourself. But when you voice your opinion to the universe, it's no more your opinion. But anyways, we live and learn every single day, okay? And yeah, like I said, you know, every Ten Hag has been sacked. I'm happy. We need to save our season. Will Ruud van Nistelrooy do it? I don't know. Let's watch and see. I'm going to give him a chance, but I'm definitely pissed that we have to have this conversation. He was there when all of this was happening. Yes, he could not do much, but what he could have done is contributed to those people in upfront scoring us goals. Marcus Rashford is not scoring goals. He's trying this season. Garnacho trying. Højlund trying. Xerxes non-existent. Yes, every Ten Hag bought them, but he did not anticipate they would be this bad. So that's what you don't understand as fans. You know, he bought them, and so what? He bought these players, and so what? He did not anticipate them to come and fail, because he has previously worked with these players. And it has worked somewhere else. So he thought they were going to come here to a bigger stage and even help their financial situations where they were, and help change their life. To play for Manchester United with this manager bringing you in is a blessing. But guess what? They failed him. They failed him. They should look themselves in the mirror. They should look themselves in the mirror and absolutely be gutted, because this manager changed their lives. This is what these fans will never say. What I just said right now, these fans will never say it. Every Ten Hag changed their lives. But what did they do? How did they repay him back? Not even trying. They can't even run. At one point, they could not even run. Last season, they did not even want to try. Everybody doing the hands in the air. Rashford doing the madness. Bruno doing the madness. Bruno was even trying last season. Garnacho was trying last season. Few players. McTominay trying last season. Scored a lot of goals. Hence, Erik Ten Hag liked him, and look at where he is at Napoli, still scoring goals. And we want to sit here and say, oh no, it was all bad. It was not all that bad, but yeah, we need a day-to-day winning. We need games that we are supposed to win, we are losing. Obviously, he's going to get sacked, like I said. But anyways, people, like, share, and subscribe. It has been a good day, but also I had to break down the nonsense the fans and these Manchester United players have been operating on, and I don't like it, because it will continue to the next manager and the next manager till we get rid of these bad habits, which is Bruno, Rashford. The list go on and on. The older players that have been there, look sure, they need to go out. Otherwise, we'll keep having this thing. Even when new players come in, they carry the bad habits, and it continues. The cycle continues. We will keep on sacking managers. Anyways, so stay tuned, people. Like, share, and subscribe. Like I said, support me. Get me to 1,000 subscribers. I'm also on TikTok as well. Stay tuned. If you like what I said, let me know that down in the comments. If you don't like what I said, let me know down in the comments. I appreciate all of you guys and love you all. Peace.